Good afternoon, sports fans. Hopefully everybody is. Turn down your phone, Scott.
I got it.
Hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday. We are here, across Gate Lanes, for the KP Singles Cup. They're in the top 8 of match play. We've got some pretty good matches here in front of us. Down on 13 and 14. We've got Tyler Widmeyer versus Brandon Novak. On 17 and 18, Jack Willerton and Evan Pollard. 21 and 22, Dave Metters versus Kyle Cook. And on 23 and 24, Jerry Grove and Jeremy Ciccone.
Do us all a favor and smack that share button.
Turn back turn.
I heard that on radio yesterday.
Did you really?
I did.
When you thought of every week that we do that stupid joke?
I did. I did. Also, if you're on Facebook, swing over to YouTube. Bowler HQ. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, Bowler HQ. Yeah,
Very simply, Bowler HQ.
Yeah, that's it. Give a subscribe. Smack that bell for notifications.
It's free.
Absolutely free. All right. So bear with us. We're covering 4 pair. We're covering the top 8 here. So we'll have to give you the scores as they're going along. We do not have any cameras on the scores at this time. But we will keep you informed.
Dalton. It's going to be hard. We'll bounce back and forth, kind of give you the leaders. No, you will not be able to read the scoreboards, but we can. We had 42 bowlers make it here this evening, or this morning. We started at 10 o'clock this morning. 42 bowlers, top 32 made the cut. So he was very generous with the cut numbers. And he's paying 16 places out of 42. He did have a little money added to this tournament. Got ball raffles and several sponsors, including himself. So 9th through 16th, they got their money back, $75 entry. This round of 8 right now, if you do not get through this round of 8, you're taking home $125. 4th place, $250. 3rd place, also $250. 2nd place, $500. 1st place, $975.
Not bad.
It's a nice prize fund for. Oh, hi, Danny. Probably just waking up.
Probably just drying out. How much do you charge for a membership to your hot tub?
I haven't figured out the pricing yet. Jim, thanks for asking, buddy. I'm doing okay. I have some good days and some bad days, but I'm doing okay. Get tired a little easy, but we're on the mend, going in the right direction. So, if you don't hear my voice for a little while, it just means I probably fell asleep while I'm sitting here with the mics on my head. So,
don't worry, I will nudge you.
You would not let that happen?
I would not let that happen.
Well, we do have some high-energy island snack mix. Quality in every bite, folks.
Non-compensated endorsement.
Right in front of us. And I'm not feeling the energy.
Not feeling it yet.
It is pretty delicious, though. I could read this, but then everybody's going to go look for it and want to take one home. Because reading about it just makes it sound delicious. We've also got some Welch's Juicefuls here. Berry Blast, new to the market. Also a non-compensated endorsement. But that will help us stay awake.
Folks, if you'd like your product sponsored on our show,
Just
drop it off.
Send us some snacks.
Right.
It's good.
Right, send us some snacks. Yeah, we're in the red.
I see you guys.
See Sean. It's still working on. Oh, there you go. I don't know what you just did.
And my phone was connected to the hotspot. I turned it off.
Might have helped. But you're still going on Facebook. YouTube's doesn't have the best connection, so
Unfortunately, the signal is not the greatest in this building.
See you, Todd. See you, Scott.
See you,
Sean.
Potsy, there were 42 started this morning. If you would have been here, it would have been 43.
yeah.
See you, fellas.
Say goodnight, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
That is the words of Jeff Fair. Heading home.
Spreading the good word.
He's going to get home in time to watch the baseball game. Jackson Styles made the cut and got beat in the first round of match play. But I'm glad you asked how Jackson Styles did, because I renamed him today.
Uh-oh.
He is a new track staffer. Well, I thought, what a perfect name. Traction Styles. Tell me that's not good.
Hey, Dennis, how are you doing?
And he bowled Radical AJ in the first round of the match play.
Traction versus Radical. Action, traction. Okay, looks like we are back up and running on YouTube.
Yay.
Ooh. Good shot by Evan. The ball just not turning the corner very aggressively.
Jody, every now and then it'll come to me. Looking at the match down there on the end where Scott has the camera. Currently, Jeremy Ciccone has, well, he's going at 279. He's currently got a 24-pin lead right here on 21 and 22. Kyle Cook and Dave Metters. It's a 10-pin match. Kyle has the lead currently through 5. Over at Jack Willerton and Evan Pollard's match. Evan has the lead. Evan has the lead by 20. And all the way down at the end, if I can see that far, Brandon Novak, 137 in the 7th. Tyler Whitmire 131 in the 7th. So that's a close one down there on the end.
Somebody had front 6. Looks like just Brandon had front 6.
Yep, maybe that's one. That's 187. He's got a large lead. Good catch.
Every now and then.
Scott, I know we're early in the live stream here. Ball game's getting ready to start. How about Ellie De La Cruz? Do you think he's going to be a good player someday?
I mean, maybe, possibly. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty incredible. I mean, only been in the big leagues for a month. And just watching what he's been doing so far.
Sorry, we were.
That cord on top of there, I forgot it in there, and I already closed up the truck. That's fine. That's our cord.
Yeah, he's pretty incredible, only being in the big leagues for a month, and the records that he's broken already. I mean, yesterday, the first player since the early 1900s to steal 3 bases, second, third, and home in a game. That was incredible. I mean,
We were on the way back from Louisville, and I could not hear it. Louisville. I could not hear it. I couldn't find it on my phone because there wasn't a good connection, and I get 14 text messages all at once. Did you see that? Holy cow! Ellie just stole home, and it's like, oh, you're kidding me. So, I mean, I've seen the replay, several hundred times since we got home, but man, oh man, that guy just sparks energy into the crowd. It's pretty amazing.
yeah, the Brewers definitely let their guard down on him. I mean, he could have walked to third base because the third baseman was playing so deep in towards the shortstop. And he could have walked to third base. And then for the pitcher just to not be paying any bit of attention to him. And it was one of those nonchalant walks down the line and then just
play with his helmet a little bit.
Yeah, just boom, took off. And it was unbelievable. Pretty amazing. He brings some excitement to the team, that's for sure.
And this one's for Nate Hersel. What about Joey Votto lately?
That's Nate's favorite player, isn't it?
Look behind us. We have a Dave Kreuter sighting.
Dave Kreuter sighting.
Hey, look. There's another headset, too.
Well, hello, everybody. Hi, Dave.
Hi, David.
Hi, Todd. Hi, Scott.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I was just watching the Brandon Novak match.
Yeah, he's winning. He won.
He threw 2, what I'll call an errant shot. He missed a little bit. 7 count on the one. The other one has his voodoo ball roll. It actually faded away from the pocket at the last minute and then flipped and struck. So
He definitely has a voodoo ball roll.
it just seems to match up on just about everything.
Yep. He can make everything look like house.
He's making this look like our house shot.
I mean, I'm not going to say that this was a difficult pattern, but it wasn't house. It was Kegel, Big Ben.
Hey, kids. Big Ben. Parliament.
Parliament.
I can't get right. It's crazy. The bowlers are getting right, that's for sure.
Yeah. So the score's been good today, as expected. That was a terrible break right there. Over to the 17 and 18. Evan needed that strike to dig back into the match, and he leaves a a very good 6'8", just a bad break. See Jeremy Cicconi's match is finished. He wins 258 to 196. This Metters-Cook match. Metters is about to lock him out.
Close. Got the back 5 at him currently.
Now this one right here will be lock him out or put the opportunity for a tie, depending on his count. Scott's going to do some camera work. Gonna bring that one down a little closer now. We added a wireless camera
Very nice.
to our mix. We're only going to do one. Well, that's how you do it right there.
10 back.
That's going to put him in the 250s. Kyle has a max of 248. And it looks like Jack Willerton is going to advance out of him and Evan Pollard. Yeah, you can kick him down there right now. Like Kyle, it doesn't matter. It's going to strike once you're locked out. Jack Willerton finishes 188. Evan's not even going to have to bowl the 10th frame. And Jack will be advancing to the semifinals. Or to the quarterfinals, I guess.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah. So, Dave, what's new with you? You done anything different last day or two?
No.
No?
No. Purchased a new car.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Lease was up. Time for a new one.
Did you actually buy this one or did you lease it?
I leased it again.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I was in Orlando at Bowl Expo looking at all the new product for
Yeah, I
the
saw you
upcoming
there.
season. I saw you there.
Yeah.
Look for Bowlify shirts featured at Dave's World of Bowling coming in a very near future.
Beautiful. It's hard to pass that one up, buddy.
Yeah, it was a good deal.
Yeah.
That was a good deal.
All right, bowlers heading on to the final 4 of the KPT Singles Cup. Jack Willerton and Jeremy Cicconi heading to 21 and 22. Dave Metters and Brandon Novak heading to 17 and 18.
Two different
Same
styles of play
process
there.
we've been doing the whole time. 2 minutes of practice. After 2 minutes, you can begin as one game, total pins, the winner advances. Everything is live streamed on the Bowler HQ page right now. Please do us all a favor and yourself a favor. Hop on and give that a share on YouTube or Facebook. Make sure you hop on and give that video a share.
Thanks, Collier. He didn't hear me, but, you know.
So the final 4 here, you've got a very eclectic mix of styles.
There is no question about it.
You want diversity in a tournament. You're looking at it.
Yeah. You got
17
it.
and 18, 21 and 22. Your lanes are now on for practice. Your 2 minutes is starting now.
You got
Your 2
a
minutes is starting now. At the end of 2 minutes, we will let you know.
two-handed lefty,
Two-handed righty
jacked up arm swing guy.
with magical ball roll.
It is pretty magical ball roll. And Jeremy Cicconi, who is just strong as an ox and one arms it down there and has been on fire lately. He won the sweeper last Sunday and then turned around and won another tournament. Was it last Sunday and then Monday? Yeah, it was.
Down in Louisville, I believe.
He won a tournament down in Louisville.
Louisville. There's not a lot of people strong enough to just guide it with one arm
And do it well.
and do it well, consistently.
I
Yep.
think he finished 5th in Toledo yesterday with
Yep.
Brent Schroyer.
Schroyer the Destroyer.
Wow.
You know, while they're practicing, we do want to throw something out there. We've got the Fat Boy Challenge that Scott and I and Dawn run. It's at Northwest Lanes in 2 weeks. It's the 22nd and 23rd. There is a jot form in the event page. You can fill that out and pay your entry. If you happen to run into me or Scott or Dawn or Brian Doobie or whoever,
You can even run it by me if you need
if
to.
you
and
got
I
it
can
down,
get it
if you're down here at the shop and you want to pay Dave, he'll let me know. Or if you just want to fill out the jot form, it brings it right to me. Either way, get your entries in. The reason we will like entries for this tournament is because it's a lot of moving parts. It's scratch, so we don't have to look up a lot of averages, or any for that matter. But it's 4 games on something difficult. It's 4 games on house. And then we cut to the top whatever for Sunday, and that's on a 3rd pattern. And we like to have the score sheets made out, lane assignments done, so all you have to do, bowlers, is come in and bowl. That's what we like to do with this one.
That makes it nice.
Yeah,
That's
for
what we do
all of us.
Well, for the Christmas tournament we hold
Exactly.
every year.
All right. Last shots. Hold up on your practice. Last shot.
Yeah, there's people holding spots for that already, but I guess it's getting close.
Yeah, it's about time to
Christmas in July.
Start. Yeah.
6 months away.
Throw a
All
teaser
right,
out
we are
there.
resetting the scores, and we can begin. It is 1 game total. Winner advances. People from the last round that lost that round, we do have money in the tournament office for you.
$125 to those that did not advance. Not bad.
In the non-advancers from the top 4, they get to take home $250. So
Very nice.
stepping up a little bit here.
You had mentioned the Christmas tournament.
Yeah.
I think we've done something right with that one. When it sells out every year, it almost instantly. But more importantly, when we started getting multiple entries the night of the tournament for the following year.
I've got somebody's money in Jermaine Kahn. 2
Jermaine
years in a
Kahn,
row.
yeah.
He's paid 1 year for the following year.
While still at the event.
Uh-huh.
Didn't want to get locked out.
I was locked out of that event 1 year.
You sure did. You didn't pay your deposit,
Did
man.
not.
People think I don't stay by the rules when I put him out there. He didn't even get in his own tournament because he forgot to pay.
Pretty bad. Locked the sponsor out of his own event.
Well, my fault. We
needed help running it, so.
I was not aware that we were getting that close to full. And no, I don't take a free entry into that tournament. I pay my money the same as everybody else does.
Yep.
And I had failed to put my deposit down. And when we started doing the numbers, I was out.
I think that was the year we came and did the draw for the lane assignments, and you realized you were not on the list.
So
Where am I at?
I answered 72 people asking me why I'm not bowling my own event. And when everybody heard I got shut out, they're like, wow. I'm like, no, that's
Todd's an asshole.
it's the first 72 that paid.
Yeah.
We have made one addition to Dave's World of Bowling.
I saw that.
We are expanding our apparel
Adding
division.
Adding on. Expanding.
Expanding our staff and
your
our service.
Staff.
We welcome Maddie Ring into the fold. She is going to help elevate the embroidery and the T-shirt side of the business. See if we
So
can
you're going to have it
bump that
all
to the
here
next
soon.
level.
Excellent.
You're going to have the elevated service for T-shirts, embroidery, screen print, whatever,
Yep.
coming from there. And you're going to have dye sublimated jerseys available from Bolify in there too.
Correct.
So it's you're getting kind of big stuff over there.
Are you moving upstairs? Taking over the party room?
You might have to.
Anybody know anything about elevators?
Yeah, that would be the only way.
I think having an elevator would be very important in a pro shop atmosphere to get upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, steps wouldn't be good to try to lug bowling balls up there when they're delivered.
So shameless plug, if anybody needs any T-shirts made for their company or
outing or reunion or bachelorette party, reach out to us. We can do anything.
And they do. They look really, really good. I mean,
Thank you.
I have a few that were done. Some of the originals, like Dave's World of Bowling logos.
It hasn't changed. 18 years November
Wow.
since I purchased World of Bowling that was founded in 1983.
Long time ago.
I've had the same phone number since 1983.
Wow.
So what, 40 years?
40 years. Yep. All right, Jeremy stepping up here on the left lane. He is on a 3-bagger. And just
Makes it look easy.
Transforming that into another strike. I think that's one of his favorite jerseys.
Brandon has started off with a double.
Nuh-uh.
Dave has double spares.
Dave, did you put any money into this event, or did he just think you did, and that's why he's going to win, or at least making a run?
Well, it's got my
Your logo
on the sponsored form. That's all
Yeah.
it takes.
Every time Dave sponsors a tournament, Brandon wins it.
It
He's
seems
got-
that way.
He's got more of Dave's money
Than
in
I
his
have.
pocket than Dave has.
Is he? Do you claim him as a dependent?
Hey, look, James Casey's watching.
James Casey.
Hi,
Yeah.
James Casey.
Hi, son.
I think my favorite thing Brandon ever did is he won one of the sweepers that we sponsored. Actually, I guess it was probably the Christmas tournament back when it was at Northwest. It was one of the first
Right, when we
sweepers
first
I
started doing it.
Yes. And it was a long one because it was like 120 people showed up for it unexpectedly.
Yeah, we were expecting about 50 or 60.
So
No.
it was the year I started. I'm like, hey, what happens if we throw some money at the tournament? And the results were phenomenal.
Yeah, let's give this thing a kickstart and see what happens.
And it was about 1 in the morning when he finished, and he informed me that was the third tournament that day that he had won.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's one thing that impresses me about some of these guys is the number of tournaments they bowl in one day. I mean, you know, Jeremy's been in Louisville in the morning and then had a sweeper or whatever in the evening, and
Jeremy's just an animal. That guy bowls everything.
you know, Brandon sent me a message last week. You know, hey, what's the pattern going to be for the sweeper? I'm loading up my car, leaving at 3:00 to bowl all weekend. Want to make sure I've got the right bowling balls. So, well, Brandon, it doesn't matter what you put in your hand. You know, you're going to have a chance.
Grab a handful of round ones. You'll be fine.
Right. But just, you know, tournament to tournament to tournament, just amazing.
Mom and Dad are watching. They didn't tell us yet, but they're watching.
No, Baxter finally come back home
Yeah, he's home.
unwillingly.
He still comes home and stares at the refrigerator waiting for the chicken and rice to come out. They haven't found it yet.
Oh, wow. That was a bad break. That 6-pin just hit the flat gutter and stayed there. I don't know how it did that.
Covers that easily.
Quick look at the score there. Jeremy is the D bowler.
Matters is throwing him straight.
Straight, flat 10.
Shout out to KP. Good job with this one.
Yeah, he overcame a few hurdles this morning, and he did it with style and with class as always.
And unfortunately, machinery sometimes just doesn't cooperate.
It just is what it is.
Some mornings you go out and you turn the ignition to your car and it just doesn't start and you don't know why.
Dave missed that
Mechanical-
10-pin. And yeah, anything mechanical, it's got
keep going
a
anytime.
chance.
Their machines, they break.
Yep. So they had some issues that way, and Collier had some people around after they got started. Oh boy.
No. Hey, Brian Aldridge, how are you, sir?
Hi, Brian Aldridge.
Hello, Brian.
Pocket 710.
It sure was. He's got a pocket full of 710. Almost.
I was getting ready to stay right before he threw it. You ever get the feeling that he's got a chance of making this?
That was close.
One spare I have never made in bowling.
Never ever.
I've made a lot of other stuff, but I've never made the 710.
I made it back at when Delfair was open. That was pretty fun.
A whole lot of luck.
That's what it is.
Although there's people that'll set them up across the whole building and bet you how many they can knock over.
Or they just do it to make a YouTube video.
That could be it too. You saw Jack Willerton a little displeased with the carry on that one, but that was a pretty flat 7.
No love there for Dave on that 10.
No, he is starting very hard and very straight.
Hey, Dave, what are you doing next Sunday?
I am bowling
Where?
in Louisville.
Oh,
You're missing out.
we're going to be out at Cherry Grove Lanes for our Sunday sweeper next week with Brian Himmler.
I am making my debut as the senior bowler in a trio tournament.
Oh, boy.
I thought that was Saturday.
That is Saturday.
Sunday. I was told the 16th. If anybody's listening can clarify that.
Is that one of Jeremy Thomas's events?
It's the one man, one woman, one senior.
I believe that's Saturday.
We'll look it up.
It would help to know the day I'm bowling.
How was your trip to Florida? Did you have a good time?
I did.
Yeah.
It's Orlando. Very hot, very sticky. Traffic
It was-
terrible. Everything's overpriced.
Yeah. Had a great time.
It's Orlando.
I lived down there for several years. I don't remember it ever being that hot. I mean, it was always hot. Obviously, it's Florida. But it was unbearable, uncomfortable hot every day.
It was 10 years since we had been there. And I almost didn't
Nice cover
recognize
there by Dave.
iDrive, International Drive.
No.
It was unrecognizable.
Well, I think you and I talked about this at the show. It's like every exit you get off of that has a restaurant, a gas station, and gift shops.
Yes.
They all look exactly the same.
Correct.
And we stayed where we were at. We were on the same exit where Magic Kingdom and all that was. So we were below SeaWorld and everything else. So we were right in the thick of.
And I was actually close to Disney. I was only
Yeah, so you were
6 minutes from Disney.
Yeah, so you were pretty close to where I
Up
was.
by the outlet malls. And
Yeah.
long live the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, you were right, Dave. It is Sunday. I'm sorry. He must have something else going on Saturday.
Golf scramble.
Okay.
I'm just going to try not to let my two teammates down.
Who are your two teammates?
One Jalen Mosley
Yeah.
and one Trish Reed.
Oh. That's some clout bowling with you right there, buddy.
That's a pretty good team.
I'm just going to tell you better practice a little bit.
I was the second choice for that team. The first choice was a much better pick, in my opinion, and that would have been Brian Himmler. But unfortunately, that is the day of his daughter's graduation party. So when he could not do it, they asked me to bowl, and I asked them if they were both feeling okay and are they aware of what they just did.
Who did you lose a bet to? Jeremy's up by 30. He just wrapped up his match, and Brandon is.
Dave just doesn't look comfortable.
Nope.
He never got lined up on that pair. His
No.
ball just never matched.
I did hear him say before he went over that this is the first time he's ever bowled Netters or bowled Novak. Question from the audience.
I was going to answer.
When was the last time Dave threw a practice shot? He's thinking hard.
When did bowling season end?
That would have probably
April?
been April or May.
Mid-April. I bowled state tournament. State tournament, I think, probably would have been the last. That was April. Mid-April.
Did you make it in time for practice, though, or did you go right in from the.
Oh, no, I was there plenty of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of glare there, but see Dave Metters 136 in the eighth. Brandon Novak 195 in the eighth with that spare. I think it's safe to say that Mr. Novak will be moving on.
Mr. Aldridge can confirm my last bowling because he was with me.
Yeah.
And that's probably the same time, the last time he threw a bowling ball. If I had to guess.
Jeremy Ciccone finishing with 257, and Jack can strike out here for.
Never mind.
Never mind. He did have a max of 227. Now he's got 213. So it looks like we're going to have Brandon Novak, Jeremy Ciccone in the finals. Right here in front of us on 1920.
That's going to be a good finals.
All right, bowlers heading on to the finals.
He's calling this one early.
On lanes 19 and 20. Starting out as a 12 seed, Jeremy Ciccone. Versus what started out as the 11 seed, Brandon Novak. So we got the 11 and the 12 meeting up in the finals. Jeremy Ciccone and Brandon Novak heading to 19 and 20 in the finals of the KPT Singles Cup.
So if anybody's still watching,
But you two are both there.
Timothy
We're
McGill's
starting
watching
in
right
2
now.
minutes.
Dave Metters
All right, so go
picked
ahead.
up a
We'll
different
restart the
ball.
scores as soon as the 2 minutes is up.
for the first two shots in the 10th. And his ball reaction was incredibly different.
Dave,
Yes.
he threw a
Third
urethane
and
ball.
fourth place losers in that round. We do have your money in the tournament office. Please go collect with Wesley.
The
If
modern
everybody can do me a favor, hop on that phone and give us a share on either Facebook or YouTube on the Bowler HQ page. We are live on the Bowler HQ page. Please give that a share for us.
bowling has changed a lot since I started drawing balls in 1991. So I was urethane still. Nitros, turbos, hammers. Saw the first resin ball ever made show up to the Hoinky tournament.
Yeah.
And I looked at that thing and I said, it's covered in air bubbles. It's dead straight on oil and dead sideways on dry. That's terrible ball motion. Who would ever want that?
That's what everybody's jumping at.
And back then, you could manipulate a ball, change your hand, change the speed, the way you rolled it. You could finesse it to make it work.
Yeah.
These bowling balls have become so powerful with the size and the volume of the core, the weight block, the technology and the cover stock to give it that adhesion to the lane. If you don't have the right ball in your hand, I don't care how good of a bowler you are, it's really hard, if not impossible, to make it work.
That's why you see people drilling ball after ball after ball, too.
And you also see them change quickly. And you really see that on the PBA Tour during qualifying. They will throw one or two shots, and they will put a ball down and get another one out, throw a shot, put a ball down and get another one out, until they find the one that's going to work.
it's not as much of a front to back game as it used to be.
Left to right. It is front to back now.
Front to back now, it was always left to right. Yeah.
Now everything is front to back.
Yeah.
Where does that ball slow down?
If the ball does not slow down, it cannot go through the pins and strike.
Not strike.
Mine slows down when it hits the backboard in the pit.
Everything has a chance of striking, but the odds are better if the ball slows down.
Yes.
All right, guys, hold up on your bowling. We're going to reset the scores, and you're going to go.
All right, this is for all the marbles. $975 to the winner. $500 to second place. Brandon's going to start the match off here. And Brandon starting off how Brandon typically starts off, with a strike. Dave, got any specials or anything coming up with bowling season right around the corner?
A little too soon to figure that out. I'm sure there will be some sort of welcome back promotions going on. League meetings are a mere 3-4 weeks away, and I know some leagues start in the middle of August, so
'Tis the season.
it is the season. Are you going to be bowling this season, Scott?
Probably. Thursday nights at Harrison again.
Okay. You've been in that league for a long time.
No.
No?
No. 2 years. That's into my second year.
Okay.
Was the well, actually no, actually that was the first time in that league. Both Thursday night in the men's league at Colerain, and that league folded after everything that happened with the
Right.
closing. So we jumped over to the KFC league that was at Colerain, and 4-man league, and they went to Harrison. So actually, his first time. Oh, Brandon does not get the break.
There's 3 or 4 pins trying to knock
Right.
it down for him. But
Lost a hit. So yeah, so it's first time in that league. It's a fun league. Harrison's a really nice establishment too.
yes, it is. If I'm not mistaken, still Wood.
It is.
I miss Wood.
You know, it was different. I mean, you know, Gilmore's wood, Harrison's wood, but it was just it's a little different than Gilmore, but you know, it is fun bowling on wood. It's a different challenge. They're in great shape too.
And they do a nice job taking care of it.
So we got Hyde, Gilmore, and Harrison, I believe, are the only 3 left. Bellwood finishing up their transition to synthetics.
Hyde just put a bunch of money into their lanes, getting them resurfaced and new. I think they put in new back ends,
Nice.
new pin decks and stuff this year. If I'm not mistaken, they did something major over there.
If it was, I may be wrong, but I think the Pindex came from Colerain, I believe.
That sounds right.
I believe, yeah. Yeah, because last year Durban, they put down all new surface, and, new surface for them, and it was Colerain surface. So,
Another flat pen on the right
Yeah.
lane.
so a little bit of Colerain bowl all around the tri-state area.
Yeah.
I believe Gilmore's getting ready to resurface here in August, I believe.
They will be, yeah. Full resurface again this year.
So, how about you, Dave? When are you bowling? Mondays again?
I've bowled on Thursdays here at Crossgate the last couple of years. I will probably do the same.
Nice. I know the answer to this one, but I'll ask anyway. Todd, what night are you bowling this year?
You know, I'm still undecided. Scott,
He's going to bowl again.
I am going to bowl again. Just don't you worry.
You know what? Pretty soon you won't be able to say again. You're going to say, I'm going to start bowling.
Yeah, I know.
Once you get to
Every time I drill stuff and get ready to go and feel like I'm feeling good, and then, something else happens. I plan on being bowling at some point in time throughout this fall season and bowling a good majority of games. How's that?
Okay. Well, I'll sign us up for some tournaments.
Okay.
So you can cancel on us.
No, the last one was a joke, and you know it.
Well, it started out that way, but
Well,
I mean,
It had more likes than the actual tournament page did from when Scott signed me and him up to bowl the doubles at Wayne's. He wanted us to bowl at Northwest, and I started getting texts and calls before I saw it. Like, you're bowling with Scott in the doubles? It's like, huh? Check the event page. Oh, never mind.
right?
I think Brandon's having a hard time getting a feel for this pair, huh?
Yeah, it's either flat or a little high.
Well, it has sat for a couple rounds.
It will migrate. It will change.
Quick look at the score. Brandon is the A player, 77 in the fourth with a spare up. Jeremy, 69 in the third with a strike up in the fourth.
It's still a fairly close match.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy can definitely increase the gap.
Ooh.
Well,
Not sure if he missed in or just...
I don't know if he missed as much as it just picked up a little quicker.
Yeah. Ball definitely picked up down around that tracer. Covers
Team
his spare.
spare.
Just a reminder, folks, no Bowler HU TOT Sunday Night Sweeper this evening.
I'll be sleeping.
Todd's going to learn to rest.
He's
I'm going to tonight because I'm whooped
Try it.
right now.
It's going to be a new thing for him.
However, next
I'm not,
weekend,
not very good at it.
You'll
slow learner.
You'll get it with practice.
Yeah. There's a good shot.
Like you might have thrown that a little faster.
That was pretty firm. It stayed in the middle. It was very firm.
They've definitely created some hold.
So he made a move left and gave that ball a little bit more room down lane.
And a little softer.
Yep.
Kind of went around the hang spots.
Currently a 12-pin match in the advantage of Jeremy Saccone right now through 6. Again, the winner's taking home $975.
Very nice.
Second place, a cool $500. Huh. That lane is... You know, you talked about the
nice.
contrast in styles of the top 4, and it certainly shows in contrast the styles of these two guys on this pair.
Absolutely.
Jeremy throws the high hard ones, and Brandon tries to go around the bend at him. And
We had mentioned front to back bowling as opposed to left right, and Brandon just proved that point. That ball did not skid anywhere near as far as it did on the left lane as it did the right lane, and it just picked up and went through the face.
yeah, when Jeremy's is going right at him.
Right, this high hurdle's right up 15.
Yep. You know, I was going to mention this earlier. We're talking about down at Bowl Expo. Did you notice all the string machines down there?
It's the wave of the future.
Oh, boy.
It's coming.
I know.
And I've talked to several people that have bowled on them. and professional bowlers that have bowled on them, and they really don't see much of a difference.
There has to be some sort of difference. Has to be.
I think the modern ones, that are,
He pulled that one.
Yes, he did.
That was a pull.
Did they do a tournament a couple years ago, half on string, half free fall, and the overall average was almost dead even?
It's pretty similar.
It was within a pin or two.
Yeah.
And the new machines since then have gotten even better. They've moved the backstops further back so you don't get that extra bounce. From what I understand, the strings are longer for the back row, so the pins fly more realistically. And reality is there's a shortage of lane mechanics in this country. And a lot of these machines are approaching 70, 80, 90 years old. Love tap on a 9 there.
Take that, 9-pin.
Strike out here. This match is just about all even. Actually, Brandon takes a slight advantage with a strike.
So you take a center that's got 80-year-old pin setters and a parts budget that's ridiculous and no mechanic, and you put in a 24-volt string machine, and you don't need a mechanic, and your power bill gets cut probably in third. It's going to happen.
Yeah, all the machines are 220 for sure,
221.
220,
whatever.
221, whatever it takes. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
Well, and they are going to be certified by USBC also, and I mean, if
They already are?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's going to be an average variance based on bowling on them, just like if you're bowling on Sport or Challenge, which I think is appropriate.
It will be. I hope they don't rush into that and give it some time to level out and see
Let
exactly
it see what it really does.
Yeah. Because if it really is as tight as it's supposed to be, there really isn't any need to adjust.
Yeah, it'll probably be like the introduction of synthetic lanes. Not a lot of people like that. They like the wood. So it'll just take a little bit of time to get used to.
That was a great shot right there. You had to have it, too.
A lot better than the last one.
So 224 max. My old eyes can see that far.
Gahanna Lanes up in Columbus has a few lanes of them.
Yes, they do.
Dennis Haynes providing some opinion there. It's close. Wow. That ball definitely did not get as far right going down lane, and it just motored right past the 9-pin.
Yep, sure did. So that's going to give him 212. Brandon Novak's going to have to throw the first one and stay close. Keep it around the head pin.
Yep.
No 5 counts. He certainly needs the first one, though.
Definitely needs the first one.
There it is.
Well, I tell you what, it looked like he went back for a little extra on that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
At the bottom of the swing, he reached back for a little more.
I'd be willing to bet this one's going to look exactly the same.
That's pretty good. It looked exactly the same at the bottom of the swing.
Gee, here's something I've never said before. Brandon Novak wins.
Nicely
There it
done.
is.
Great finish. Good match. 227.
212.
Brandon Novak. 212 for Jeremy Ciccone. Nothing to be ashamed of. That guy's been on a bit of a tear
Yes, he
lately.
has.
So,
That was a very good match.
yep.
Hey, Collier wants you and Dave in the picture because you guys are the sponsors for like the.
Okay. Looks like you get a picture too.
I get a photo op.
Yeah, photo op.
Wow. You guys are special.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it.
I don't know. Thanks for having me, guys.
Sure.
Thanks for sitting in.
We go out and joyride in the new ride, and
Enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah.
put that thing in sport mode. Let us know how it goes.
I'm going to find some back roads where I'm not going to hurt anybody and see what this thing can do.
If any
I got-
police officers are listening, you didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I want to wait till you drop that check off tomorrow. Just saying.
Wow.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. We're going to wrap it up, put things away, and go home and watch a ball game, the rest of it, and fall asleep.
Don't forget, no sweeper tonight, but next weekend, 3 events for you starting Saturday morning at 11.
Yeah. We've got the trifecta next week.
Yeah.
Nothing tonight. Trifecta next week.
And I golf scramble, so I can't make the senior tournament.
Boy, you've got more excuses than
All right. With
Bill
that,
Ramsey.
thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye, everybody.
Guys, gals, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. We will be back next weekend in the morning on Saturday, and we'll see you then. Everybody
you
have a
then.
great week. Bye-bye.